this is Muse, and I just want to give you some quick tips on cosplay today. Right now, I'm just a little bit of J-pop, but more on the casual side, not real crazy J-pop. For J-pop, really, you can do almost anything. What you want to do is start with something more classy, more office-y, but then add some casual things to it, and then add chains and buckles and studs and things to it. And then you kind of end up with your J-pop look. And so today I did casual, so I just wore jeans, but then I've got, of course the suspenders and then all the chains and a tie, but it's not really a tie, it's more of an accessory. And then you add the corset to it, which is more of like a punk clash with it. And then you've got all your different accessories and of course your buckles and things like that. And then also you want to have either bangs or spiked hair. For the guys, it's really popular to have, the swooshy bangs and all the spiky hair, but for the girls, they usually just have the bangs that window the face or something like that, or they kind of come down. And it's really easy if you go to a hair salon place and you get some blonde bangs on sale, because they're usually the cheapest. You're not going to find your exact hair color, typically. So you want to get blonde ones, and then get hair dye that's really close to the color of your hair, like as close as you can possibly find it. And then you want to get the bangs, take them home, cut them yourself. It's really easy, just cut them in the mirror. If you're afraid to, you can go to a salon and have them cut them, but they're probably going to charge you just for doing your bangs. You want to hairspray your hair back and put a lot of hair clips. You don't want to cut your own hair. You can take them off to cut them, but then they might not be exactly the way you wanted them on your face. So you might want to have them on when you cut them, and then you're going to dye them in the sink is the easiest way to have them done. And you end up with your own personal little bangs that you can clip on and off for whenever you want to be J-pop. And so it's really nice. I had to dye mine twice. You dye them, wash them out, shampoo them and stuff, and then see how they are dry. And then if you need to, you can actually re-dye them. It's not going to hurt them to put a little bit more dye on them, because they're typically horsehair, but they're really, really nice to use. And yeah, and you can use a straightener on it and everything, because it's not, you don't want to get plastic ones because you can't dye those. But these are really handy, and you can use them for all different cosplays later too, because I know a lot of animes, they have bangs, and maybe you don't want to have bangs all the time. And then what I wanted to go into is sort of the easier cosplay end of things. If you haven't cosplayed before and you don't really want to put a lot of money into it, if you don't really know what you're doing, you don't really know where you're going, you're still learning, then I would start with what I call a t-shirt cosplay, which is where you find something simple, something easy from an anime, say like Sakura or Kairi or any of the animes where they just have, a simple one-piece dress or anything like that on. And then you go and you get a really, really big t-shirt at a store that's the main color of the dress. So for Sakura, I'd go get an XXL red t-shirt, and then you sew it in to fit you, and by the time you've sewn it in, it's tight on you and it's long because it was a huge t-shirt, so it's long enough to be the dress, and you've only spent money on t-shirt material. So if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. And it looks great, and it'll look just like the character. You just have to add the accessories onto it, like the designs and things. So for Kairi, you'd add some zippers. You don't even have to make them real zippers if you don't want to. You can glue them on there and it'll look completely fine, and no one else will know that they don't function, because no one else is going to run up and test your dress, hopefully. So you end up with great cosplays, and it looks great. And so this is my Sakura that I wanted you guys to see. I also have Kairi, but I haven't found purple high tops for it yet, so waiting on showing you guys that one. But I also wanted to tell you guys, you can also accessorize to cosplay. You don't have to make the entire costume, especially if you don't have a lot of experience in sewing and you don't have a sewing machine or anything like that. Then you can go and find the basics for your costume, the top, the bottom, whatever you're looking for, depends what characters you're doing. Just find something similar at a thrift store and then accessorize it yourself. And you can do accessories with just duct tape, like I did with my Batgirl and my Wonder Woman. And see, I just used duct tape for my accessories. For Batgirl, I just used yellow duct tape and paper. I just cut it out, put duct tape around it, and then it's the strongest material. You can just tie it on, and it works great. And I did the cuffs the exact same way. And then for Wonder Woman, I used gold duct tape. So it works out great, and you save a lot of money, because I got the basics for them at thrift stores on clearance, and I just made the accessories. And then you can also, say, do a fanboy or fangirl cosplay, which is where you just wear what you're really fond of, whatever video games you really like. You just make accessories for them. The accessories are really easy. You can make potion earrings are probably the easiest. If you go to like a craft store and you find some little gold tube bottles or anything like that, that a lot of times they put glitter in them or little bitty beads in them or something like that, you can get something like that on sale and then just dump whatever's in it out and put just a little bit of food coloring and water in it, and you've got potion bottles that you can make into earrings or necklaces or put them on whatever you want, and then they look great and they work for any video game really. You've got your potions, your health, your mana, things like that, just like this. And then you can also make candy. The arm candy is a great accessory and it's really easy to make with the big beads and things, and you can add whatever you want on it. And sewing candy is really easy. And what I like to do is get the little wooden beads at Michael's and paint them as characters and then put them on my candy. It's a great accessory and you don't see it a lot, and you can personalize it as much as you want, just like this. And I also like to go to Hastings and other gaming stores and comic book shops and get the little mint cases that have the cute lids, and take the lids and turn them into bracelets or whatever you want. Like if you're a Zelda fan, they've got the little Zelda shield mint cases. You can take the lid off and then you've got a Zelda shield and you put it on a bracelet and you can wear a shield around, and it's great. So that's it for today. Just telling you guys about some cool cosplay tips. Thanks.